Hello students, today we will be going over 17.5b, Proving Congruence for angle side angle and angle side. So we're going to start with number 3, and this is page 259, and our objective today is I can determine if two triangles are congruent. And here's a couple of sample angle side angle proofs. It says that SQ, this line right here, bisects angle RQT. So if it bisects that angle, that means that these two angles are congruent. Now, once you're doing this, you should make sure that you are, let's see if I can do this. You want to make sure you label it, okay? So here we have two of those angles that are congruent. Next, we have SQ bisects RST. So this line also bisects this side. So I'm going to go ahead and put that. And I'm going to go ahead and put this. Actually, I'm going to put two of them, because we don't know, and they're probably not the same as the one across the way. So I'm going to take this and put them as two. To show that those two angles are congruent. So this basically is showing in diagram what this says, that this line bisects this big angle into two smaller equal angles, and it bisects this angle, the big angle, into two smaller equal angles. Now we know SQ bisects RQT, and again the same reason 99% of all proofs start out saying. This one also is a given. Now, how do we know the next one, RQS, congruent to TQS? And that is because definition of bisector, okay? All right, now we follow RSQ right here, congruent to TSQ, and these are angle signs. And guess what this is going to be? Same thing. Okay. So that's basically what this is here, saying it's bisecting. The definition of bisector means this is congruent to that, and this one's congruent to that. Now, QS is congruent to QS. Well, that's like looking in the mirror, right? So it's the reflexive property. And then we know triangle QRS is congruent to triangle QTS from angle side angle congruency. And you're finished. That's all angle side angle is. Now, let's go ahead and go on to the next one and do an angle side proof. So this is on page 260 in your packet, and I'm trying to think of which one. I think I'll do number 5. Okay, here's what's given, and this is what we're going to prove. Okay, so YZ bisects W, that's angle WYX. So this, all right, so this one right here, and I will just put basically those two angles are together. And you can arch them if you want, but I can't do that on the computer. And we know the reason is that's given. Okay, so that's bisect. Now we say YWZ, YWZ is congruent to YXZ. So they're basically saying also in the given that this one is congruent to this one over here. Okay. So the angle Y, okay, this one is also a given. Okay. Now WYZ is congruent to XYZ by definition of bisector. Because the definition of bisector means it's going to split those two angles into equal or congruent angle measures. Okay. Number 4, YZ is congruent to YZ. Again, that's not even looking in the mirror, but we use a reflexive property there. Okay. And then angle, angle, side has been proven. Okay. All right. I think those are the 2 proofs. And you should be able to finish the rest of this chapter and then get ready for your practice test and test coming up. You rock, students.